Alright, we're testing out making videos through QuickTime and using my internal microphone. And I had to go find where I would get my input levels on screen here. You can't see those, but they are working now, so I at least know that I'm not speaking too loudly, not recording too hot. So I think my first video is going to be about brake lights. Every day I drive and I see people, cars with at least one brake light out, maybe two brake lights out. I've even seen them with that center light out up in the window. That's three brake lights. So the thing about brake lights and why it upsets me so much is that's how you get in an accident. That's how something happens. Somebody doesn't see your brake light and they smack into your rear end. And the worst case scenario is that you get pulled over for a small fix-it ticket for your brake light. And what happens? You're talking to the guy and he thinks you're drunk, or you are drunk, or somehow he asks you, innocently, if he can look in your car because he has some strange suspicion, whether he's asking you legally or not, and he goes through your car. He finds something in your glove box, or who the hell knows what, or the interaction between you and the policeman goes bad, or God forbid you're drunk, and if you're drunk and you get pulled over for a street light, you're gonna go to jail, and that's just not good. So it's super easy to find out how to fix your brake lights. You either back up to your garage and hit your brake lights you go out there at night and you hit the brake pedal on your car, and if you see both sides light up behind you, then your brake lights are good. Or you get a passenger to go out behind the car, and hit your brake lights. Or you're at the gas station and there's somebody standing there and you say, hey, can you take a minute to check my brake lights, because it's not safe. It's not safe for everybody. And if I can drive my little 20-minute drive and see 2 to 4 cars a day in 20 minutes that don't have their functioning brake lights, and half the time these people just look at me like they know that their brake lights are out. So that's just ridiculous. If your brake lights, if you've taken them in to get them fixed, or you're constantly replacing the bulbs, go down to the junkyard and get a new brake light, or go down to the dealership and figure out why your brakes aren't working, because driving around without brake lights or with duct tape on your brake lights, red duct tape, is ridiculous. So if you want to stay out of jail, then fix your brake lights. All right. Like and subscribe. I know everybody says that, but gotta swim in the pond with everybody else, I guess. All right, that's all. Maybe I'll mess around with the lighting or the microphones at some point, but at this point, this is how I'm gonna give it a try.